Skeletons. They can rattle. They can fire arrows. They can sneak. Hello everyone, Mozart here. In this video, I'm going to be using this landscape to prove to you that the infamous archers of Minecraft, skeletons, can sneak. So, you may be wondering, why is this useful for survival Minecraft? Well, it's not really that useful, but it's still an interesting fact that you might like to know. Also, if you would consider subscribing and ringing the bell so you can get notified of new Mozart content, that would mean a lot to me because this is a new YouTube channel that is still growing, and subscribing will really support it during these early days of Mozart Minecraft. And now, let's get into the video. So, if I were to spawn a skeleton right here, you will see the skeleton immediately starts to attack me, and notice how the skeleton walks along the side of the pillager outpost, but does not fall, and it even walks around the corners too. Also, if I were to try to push the skeleton off, it will not push off. This is proof that the skeleton is sneaking in order to not fall off of the platform. If I were to punch the skeleton, it will still fall off, but this is normal as this will happen to sneaky players too. Now, skeletons will only sneak when moving backwards. If they are moving forwards, as you can see, they will fall, potentially, to their doom. If I were to place the skeleton right here, and it starts attacking me, you can see it walks along the corners and around the edges of the blocks, but it'll fall when it moves forward. Skeletons will often trace the outside of structures whenever possible, so that they can get the maximum distance from the player while still moving side to side. And pillager outpost rooftops are not the only place skeletons will sneak. Here, as you can see, the skeleton is on top of a tree, and other skeletons are shooting me, but the skeleton never moves off of the top layer of the tree. Except when it needs to get closer to the player. Here are two skeletons fighting each other while using sneaking. Notice that when shot by arrows, they will sometimes fall, due to being lifted off the ground by the knockback. This skeleton's still looking for its enemy. Never mind. However, when moving forward, the skeletons will still fall, potentially into doom. One thing I should point out is that when on stairs, skeletons will not sneak. They will sometimes try and avoid going down the stairs, but they will go down the stairs whenever they need to. And of course they will still avoid falling off the edge. And skeletons are not the only mobs that are capable of sneaking. Even the Illusioner, unused in the game, has this ability, and does it quite smoothly too. Now, in the beginning of this video, I said that this knowledge is not very practical for survival Minecraft. However, some Minecraft pros could use this to potentially determine where the skeleton will move, and therefore be able to kill the skeleton in the most efficient way possible. For now, it's probably best to just fight skeletons like this. Well, there you have it. Now you know that skeletons can sneak in Minecraft. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you can get notified of when new Mozart videos are released. And with that, have a great day. Bye! Obsidian volcano.